Hello everybody, welcome back to the stream. Today it's a little bit different. Yeah, I have webcam now, hello. But yeah, today we will talk about our Arknight's ego, I think, right? Also, I'm standing right now, so... Wait, is my son there? Wait. Yeah, my son is here, right? So if I, my voice is a little bit lower, because I'm moving back. But yeah, should be fine. Trying to stand up for a bit, I guess. Stand for myself. Kind of shit. But yeah, today we'll talk about the not Walpurgisnacht, Art Nice Ego. Let me do this first, sorry. Need to put the chat on the left because I cannot see all chat. But yeah, today we'll talk about Arknight's egos. I don't know which one we will talk first, right? If you're wondering why I did not talk to camera, because my screen is here, the chat is here, right? So if I want to talk, I kinda need to read chat. I have to side profile kind of shit, but yeah. I got everything in 200. Yeah, I think I got everything in 200. I just did 10 more for like fancies. But yeah, let's talk about them for a bit. Give me a second here to set things up. Wait, give me a second here. Sorry for this. And yeah, I think we're starting from Ishmael again, right? I think that's the not the correct thing, right? But it's like the first one, the freebie one. And yeah, starting, I got all of them, so we can see here instead, right? Tidal elegy. Talk first about each ego, yep. So yeah, Tidal elegy. Wait, if I move the mic, it's barely matters. My floor is dirty, man. What the hell? This thing earlier, but Tidal elegy, right? And Tidal elegy. Also, yeah, I forgot to tell you guys, but yeah, if you haven't watched my Arknight's video, let me link it first, I guess. But yeah, I'm really grateful it got a lot of views in such amount of time. If you haven't watched it, I have a TLDR version here. Pin message. Also, yeah, should be fine. And yeah, I think Tidal elegy, right? Skadi-ish. Well, Skadi-ish, right? Skadi Ishmael. Skadi be toilet. I think it's really strong. Oh, my frame's dropping, but yeah. I think it's a really strong ego, no? Because first of all, right, if you see, I think this part is most people don't know is when attacking just a single target and focus on counter core and its connected parts count as single target, right? So imagine there's a multi-part bosses. I think I should do. Oh, the chat is. Oh wait, is the chat outside or not? Okay, the chat is fine. Hello, Exodox, but yeah. Let me. If I put screen, alright. So let's go check it, I guess, right? If it's multiple parts, like I think we can test it right. I think third Walpurgisnacht? Yeah, third Walpurgisnacht, we can test it. Where's my team? Did I test it with? Yeah, this forest I used it with earlier, but I can use it, right? This right now. Sure, why not? Like the blood get open, but yeah, like in this, what you call again? In these stages right here, we can pass the damage, right? let's see the damage first, because honestly it's quite high considering this is quote unquote free ego, right? Okay, we can go. Wait, why are we doing this? We can't just do that. No. It's doomed, man. I cannot test. I used the run already today. I mean, we can farm. I guess we can farm. Also, where the fuck is this song? Do y'all hear the song or no? Huh. The song is just non-existent in my set. But it is on the stream, actually. Kinda scuffed. Let me turn off my captain first, I guess. Okay, it's there actually. How many is it? 4 gloom to pride, right? Yeah. I sadly do not have, what's it called again? The thing. Superbia, so yeah, I cannot. Wait, what? I can't hear shit, man. Where the hell is my voice? Connected? Hello? What? It's on. I mean, I have the other one, but I don't want to use it because it's kind of broken. But yeah, let's try with this, right? I cannot. Do I have enough for this as well? Okay, so this is just for. Fuck, you mean pairing? This is just for test, right? Since we want the ew, brother, ew. If we do this, it should be on 2 different parts, right? This is only 2 parts because the body have 3 parts for some reason. And yeah, the body is 2 weight and the second ID, so we cannot do much about that, right? But 45 SP, the damage we can see here is actually a lot. For keep in mind that this is outside of Mirror Dungeon, right, where every single damage is inflated. So like, yeah, neck harpoon is just 25. Meanwhile, Tidal elegy, I mean, it's not staggered, so I don't expect it to be much. If first coin 84 already, then 212, then I think should be like 370, 360, 442, right? 442 on the 2 coins, like 0 setup. You might want to have what do you call it again? Gloom resonance, right? You might want to have gloom resonance, but look at these boss stats right here. Let's see the Tidal elegy first. Tidal elegy is gloom. It's gloom and blunt, right? Look at the boss resistance here. The boss is resist to blunt and resist to gloom as well, right? Like every single part of it. Wait, what? Every single part of it is like resistance, resist 0.5 and 1. This one is, this one is staggered, but yeah, should be 0.5 and 1. But you can see the point, right? The point is, even when it's the resistance are 0.5 and 1, it still deal 400 damage without any setup whatsoever. I think that's why I shield this. I think that's why I shield this kill so much, this ego so much, because it actually deals a lot of damage in my calculation as well. I don't know if you can or like understand this. Let's. So this is basically my calculation, right? Yeah, this is basically my calculation. Like, see, single target is 159 because of bosses, right? Bosses are counted as single target as well. Meanwhile, the AoE is lower because of this, right? 100 damage, you lost 100 damage there. But yeah, if the enemy is like 1.4, which is for the maximum conditional for Tidal elegy, right? But 1.4 is not what you call again, is not realistic because usually the boss is 1.5 or something, right? I think we can test it out like 8-4. 8 coin. Wait, sorry. 8 coin power 3. Coin power 3 to coin power, right? Yeah, to coin power. 100 bonus damage, 20 from this, right? 20 from gloom resist and 40 from there. Let's just say it's 1.5 sin resistance, right? And I think it's just 3. But you can see that it's 281 damage right off the bat, right? I think that's some craziest number, especially if this is more stable, right? Sure, it's what is cost like with 20. It's only 20 sanity cost as well, so it's not that bad rolling at 25 SP. So like 75% to roll 3 times, which is what, 3 per 4, 3, 9, 9, 16, 27 for 27 for 27 per 64, 27, 64, 32, 40. What the fuck? Why don't I just 42% to achieve that, which is reasonable, no? Reasonable to achieve that instead of like wing bit 6% or 8% whatsoever, right? And this, I have calculated this, like this damage is, if this is 2 and 2, I'm pretty sure. Wait, what? Oh, wait, correct. Oops. 1.5 and 1. But the damage is 250 if it's 1.5, right? If it's 2 and 2, it's 484, not including crit, which you can get it. But like, it's unrealistic for now because unless you're using Sichon Mile or other poison or anything, like what is called Tora Faust, right? It's either Sichon or Tora Faust. It's kind of hard to get, but you can see my point here. Like 484 damage right there. I think it's a really high damage, especially if you know that we beat full coin. All 7 coin full coin is only 838 or 848 or something similar, which is pretty crazy to me. That this ego, the free ego, actually dealing a lot of damage, which is crazy to me. Oh, this is my chat. Oh, my chat. Oh, never mind. That's fine. It's I'm actually rating COLLAB ego by their stats and know how beautiful their animations. I mean, okay, well, should we talk about animation first, right? Because animation-wise, like, imagine I don't know how long it has been since Kim Ji-hoon announced this collab, right? I think it's around 1 year by now. I think, right? For a 1 year ego, like for an ego that I have been saving for 1 year, and for them to be like truly limited, truly collab, right? In my opinion, the animation are like, compared to other season 6 egos, right? I think it's like mediocre, no? It's like similar, just like alright, Ishmael have Skadi in it, Fossil has Calcit in it, right? Calcit. calls it, yeah, with a T. Honglu has Ling on it, and Gregor has Manor in it. But at the same time, their animation were like your normal run-of-the-mill season 6 ego animation, no? I really want it to be like, okay, imagine if you're on season 3 or season 4. I don't know if you're there yet, but like, let's see. Okay, imagine if it's like Blind Obsession, right? Blind Obsession is season 2 season ago, so season 4, right? Yeah. Wait, season 3 of, never mind. Season 3, Blind Obsession. Imagine if the standard was on Blind Obsession, suddenly we get Tears of the Tarnished Blood Honglu as the COLLAB EGOS animation, right? I want them to be like more beautiful, has more oomph to it, rather than just it's a reskin. Because a lot of people have commented, I've seen a lot of people, right? Like people saying Tidal Elegy, and I myself included, of course, but yeah, Tidal Elegy is basically Blind Obsession reskinned. This one, Comment Meltdown, is just Ebony Stem reskin as well, right? And what's called again, Honglu is just basically Tarnished Blood, but blue, which is not the wrong thing, right? All their corrosioners, in a way, kinda makes sense, right? Because sure, Honglu is the dragon, Ling is the dragon, so yeah, the dragon is blue, which represent Honglu as the dragon, and Ling color palette is blue as well, right? So yeah, it's kind of makes sense. And Tidal Elegy is like a whale. But we cannot see the corrosion part, huh? But like, Tidal Elegy is whale. Ishmael hunts whale. Like their quote-unquote animal is whale, so kind of makes sense, right? But yeah, Minimal Force is just with calcite. I don't know what's the, but yeah, it looks similar to Ebony Stem. I even jokingly say it's like Ebony Stem. If it's on 2025, Ebony Stem would have looked like that. But the overall, it's just animation were kind of lacking in my opinion. I want the animation to be like more oomph to it, Because I see for like 1 year I didn't. Well, I pull on Marble Gisnak. I think I calculated if I have enough for 2 sparks, I'm pulling it. Like I pull a lot after I know I have 400 pulls, right? So yeah, I know I'm safe, so I'm just spending more. But if I were to like save every single time, I would like have 80,000 just from pulling from Wobble Gisnak, right? Because I think my Wobble Gisnak pulls are pretty lucky, I guess, if I have to say, right? But yeah, moving on to, well, back to the Tidal Elegy, I guess, right? Like this, if it's on a boss, right, it deals like what? 480 damage earlier, right? As you can see in my task earlier, so it's really huge. Wait a second, let me add that drink. But if it's boss and has a multiple targets, which judging by this railway, there's a lot of the last, what you call it again, the last boss from each section has 2 parts, right? Which is, I think, pretty neat for Ishmael. I think Oiprox have cooked what you call again, 13 turns, but he claims he can get it down to 12 or even 11 turns on railway section 1. Oops, 48. Oops. But yeah, I think it's really cool to see like boss killer Ishmael, right? Instead of Wingbeat, instead of like we have to gamble with, hello, I cannot press this one. But instead of pressing Wingbeat and just be lucky, right? Also, this Wingbeat is intentional, so I don't get this passive, because I don't want to heal back that. But yeah, instead of like gambling on Wingbeat to deal its damage, it's now like more stable, quote unquote, more better, I guess. With the exception of it is the cost, which is honestly not bad, right? If you look at the cost, it's 4 Gloom and 2 Pride, which is not bad. But in current quote unquote meta, right? I think in current quote unquote meta, the meta is like a lot of Rupture, a lot of green. That's why Wing Beat is used a lot, because Wing Beat are basically free. You have a lot of Pride, you have a lot of Gluttony as well. Especially since the sin spread across 3 sections and whatnot. I think Wing Beat is still better with the buff as well. But on the later on, right, we have like Boss Rush or something, or Railway 1 Bok. I think Railway 1 Bokga could be fine, right? Yeah, I think Railway 1 Bokga could be fine. But if we have like Railway 1 or other stuff where the boss is like 2 or 3 parts, especially 3 parts, right? The damage for Tidal elegy is like way better. I think that's the thing, right? That the damage is way better. But the Clash Power is basically non-X. You don't need Clash Power. It's like what are these rolls like, especially on bosses, these rolls like what 8, 6, 14, 20, 26 up to 28. You don't need 26 compared to more than one. So like so yeah, if you're Gloom, why is it not that big? If your Gloom here is like 1, it's basically no damage, right? Same damage, right? If your Gloom is 1.2 times, it will deal like 1.2 times plus whatever this is 1.2. So this will 5, so 10% more damage, right? Which is static. Oh shit, you cannot see but if it's 1, it's 1. If it's like 1.2, resistance is like 1.2 resistance from here, same, right? Then added by, actually quite good, no? It's not that bad, but yeah, it's kind of different because, oh shit, wait, what? Because this is static, right? This is static, which I will make a video about this like way later. I think my goal plan is to make beginner guides, right? If you notice it, I have a beginner guide already, but like the very basic, the difference between Sinner ID and EGO, right? It's very basic, very like lesson 0. The next one will be, I think the next one will be like how to properly read IDs. So yeah, and the next, I think it's on my list, but in like a month from now. But yeah, stay tuned for that. But yeah, that's static, and this is dynamic, which is a very cool. So holy shit, I cannot draw when I'm standing up, because I'm standing up right now, right? I'm standing up, if you know, if you're wondering. But yeah, it is actually hard. This is actually very good. If you want to check about damage more, I think you should, because damage in Limbus is not that complicated, but it has like, what's it called again, like math is 1 plus 1 here, right? The damage calculation for Limbus is probably like here, not too high, but not that easy. You have to know something like, is this dynamic or static? Is this dynamic or static? It's like 90% of what you're doing is trying to understand if this buff is static, if this buff is dynamic or not. But yeah, I think this one is fine, right? The buffs are those 7 stacks of geese I see. Where's the stack of geese? But also, I don't need to use this, no? I don't need to hear the sound, but this one, right? If one or more targets are killed, deal singing potential of each target divided by 2 gloom damage against 2 random enemies, maximum of 15 resist against enemy minimum. This is like, yeah, sure, if it's kill, so it's AoE, right? Or if you manage to only hit one person with it, I think it's very hard to do in mob situation, but yeah, it will deal up to 15 damage against 2 random enemies if the enemy that you kill have 13 gloom. Sorry, 13 sinking. But like, sure, 15 damage, right? Like, yeah, sure, you could add it, like, yeah. I don't really like this decision, right? But like, sure, like, add it, why not? 15 damage, more damage, I guess it's fine. But I think for awakening, you don't want to use it on mobs because it's only 3 AoE, right? It's only 3 AoE. I think you should use on bosses instead, in my opinion. Because of this again, I think this is a really good boss killer instead of like clearing mobs, clearing waves. And I think that's the part most people not mislook or whatever, like people did not realize that this with bosses deal so much damage. I think a lot of people don't realize it. I've been a part of like telling this is actually really great and whatnot since I read the numbers and I tested and it works. But yeah, this is, I think, pretty sure this is like singing and tremor is for what you call it again? The singing and tremor is just for mirror dungeon keyword, right? Like, why would you do that, right? I can guarantee you it's 100% for mirror dungeon keyword. You know, the second coin, inflict 2 bind extra, like, sure, if you want to bind, but you don't use this for bind, don't you, right? You use this for damage, the bind, like, sure, a bonus, I guess. And this one, right, if they are staggered, heartbroken, or killed units among the target, inflict 2 stinging against a random non-targeted enemy once per turn. In focus encounter, each part counts as 1 target. When targeting a single target, apply it to 3 targets instead. So if you stagger, broke apart, or like inflict 2 sinking against the one that you did not hit, but like 2 sinking, it's easier either like on God, it's either you don't use any of this shit and just put 2 singing, because this is way too much text for basically inflict 2 singing on the targets. If you stagger, quote unquote, kill the part or kill the enemies that you don't hit gets 2 singing, right? But like, why? It's only 2 sinking, right? It's not like, wow, 10,000 damage, 100 damage, 50 damage, or even like 20 damage, or even like 3 sinking count. It's only 2 sinking potency, right? It's like, why would they be there unless it's literally how, like, you on what you call college or high school, right? When you're writing an essay, if you have 500 word count, this is literally just there to pet your essays to make it, ooh, this guy has a lot of words in his essay. But this is actually bullshit. Just put 2 singing on it, like, why? But the trigger timer burst, reduce target timer count by 1. It's pretty normal, right? Not pretty normal, but I kinda like it because it has singing as well and tremor as well. So if you want for it to play with tremor team, or maybe there's later down the line tremor with singing, because with Molar Ishmael, right? Tremor with singing, just like tremor. What's the rat one called? What's actually the rat one called? Sorry. This guy, Capo Merstalt. This one, right? Tremor Scorch. It's like Tremor Scorch and Tremor Hemorrhoid, right? Surely there will one that has singing on it, I think. Will be cool, but if that times comes, I think just for future proofing, I guess. Manager Esquire that hit the second tower. Which tower? Nah, that didn't hit anything. Also, my drops and my frames have been dropping so bad, actually. Holy shit. Let me actually speed test first, right? Because it's actually cringe. My internet connection. Like, it's not stable whatsoever. Let me test this first. Give me a second here. How the fuck my internet download is 2 megabyte? Sorry, no megabyte. 5 megabits per second. Like, how? I don't get it. Like, why is it so bad? Holy shit. It's like 2 in the morning. Nobody should have used the internet already. I'm pretty sure I didn't as well. So yeah, I don't know why it's so low. But whatever. It is what it is, right? I think my internet is just poo poo doo doo dog shit. But yeah, moving on to the next one, I think we'll be fine anyway. For if you are rewatching this, thank you. But yeah, I think it's fine, right? It's gonna be fine if you're rewatching this. And yeah, we moving on to the next one. Which one I said again on my video? Casted one, right? Command Meltdown. I think Command Meltdown. People, wait. I think people like underestimate the power of Command Meltdown, right? A lot of people are saying, oh, this ego is shit. It's like fluid sec, but worse. Only heals like what, 2 people, 3 peoples? 2 peoples, like it's only heal 2 people, 15 SP for 2 lives as well. Like, holy shit, this ego is so dog shit, right? Like, they are calling this like what, WhatsApp fluid sec. I think a lot of people, like a lot of people are genuinely thinking that this is bad. Like, yes, you can see, right? Like, first of all, look at this cost 2, 4, and 3. Just don't look at the color. Sorry, yeah, don't look at the color. Just look at how much it is. 2, 4, 3 is like 9 cost. Meanwhile, Command Meltdown is like what? 8 is one less. I thought it's way lower, not gonna lie. But it's 8, right? But the fluid sec heals, sure, all lives, but 15 SP for all lives, right? Then if it has with, I'm just gonna be honest, it's a lot of times that this doesn't go heads, but it's sure. I mean, it hit heads. It's 25 SP and 15% of max HP only once, right? Look at the passive. At the start of the turn, apply to protection to ally with least HP, including self. So yeah, sure. To protection to least HP. Sure, right? Protection is kinda nice, 20% less damage dynamically. Meanwhile, on Command Meltdown, right, is the thing about Command Meltdown, in my opinion, that is different is this part right here, right? Which ego, like, tell me right now, right? Which ego? Well, sorry, I mean, this one is this one heals fast as well, but yeah, it's the same basically, right? But yeah, the difference is, yeah, you heal HP every turn, which can be like 10%, then 9, then 8. You get like what? Every turn, 2 units, or Foss and another allies. Yeah, Foss and another allies gets HP every turn for like 10 turns, and yeah, multiple. If you're lower, multiple is effect healing by 15. Like, if you see what's the identities for Foss and their HP, they're pretty tanky. Like Malphos is really tanky, right? 251 HP, 10% of it is like what, 10? 25 per turn for 2 units is quite huge, especially if you use it only once, right? Catgirl versus Fancier versus Liquid, honestly true. But yeah, let's just say, I think this one is low, this one is low, yeah. This one is pretty high. I don't want to raise it to level 55, but yeah, 225, pretty high. I think this one is 220, 214, 109, yeah. The thing is, yeah, Foss doesn't really have a tank ID, right? This one, 237. I think Malphos is the highest HP, I'm pretty sure. No? Sorry. I guess W Corp is the highest HP, but by 5 points. This one is 200. And Zuai is 237, yeah. Quite tanky overall, right? 245, yeah. Around 200, let's just say 250. With 250 HP, right? You get like what? 25 HP, 22 HP, 20 HP every turn for 2 units. I think that's the, not the benefit, but like that's the charm of the Ego, right? First of all, it's 3 attack weight, so it's kind of lower, I guess. But you get hardened shell. Not even that, right? With not even only the 10, 9, 8 yada HP, right? Then you have hardened shell as well. That can get in defense level up over. So more defense, more tankiness. Then immediately before attacking, getting hit, I can. Immediately before getting hit by an enemy, consume half of hardened shell barrier, gain protection equal to. So if you have like what, 10? If you have like 10 hardened shell barrier, right? If you were to get hit from it, boom, instantly 5 protection. 5 protection is 50% less damage dynamically, right? Which is huge. Misty, which is bad. I mean, if you're talking about using the, that's another problem, but I think it's a problem with Malphos in itself, right? With Malphos, while Malphos have a lot of HP, the problem with Malphos, right? If you basically either you have use skill 3 every turn that you can use either skill 3 or this gluttony defense, right? Because clashable counter, if it has this, right? And this, yeah. If you assist defense, if you have 10 Yanju Star Blade, you will use this skill 3-2 instead, which deals a lot of damage. But yeah, I think the answer is basically, if you use anything other than defense, skill, or skill 3 with Malphos, you're losing a lot of DPS. But that's about it, right? I think Malphos was like what, 1500 damage per rotation, like 6 turns. If she has 5 gluttony already on turn 1, yeah, she deals like 1500 damage per 6 turns, which is kinda crazy. And that's why, yeah, with Malphos, anything that you do, even like if you're comparing it to like Command Meltdown, Thor Yoshi, or like Fluids, like it's basically DPS loss. But yeah, Command Meltdown is a really good ego in my opinion. It's just a different approach from Fluid Tech. People say Fluid Tech are for SP heal, but I think if you're using what, 9 ego resources to use it for to use an ego for SP heal, you're like wasting your turn, in my opinion. So Malphos doesn't works well with Command Meltdown, which means Malphos is a bad idea. Honestly true. Honestly true. Okay. But the Awakening is only 3 attack weight, right? But you cannot get more, right? I think it's 3, corrosion is 5. Yeah, only 3, but it rolls like what, 30 instead of like what? It's low 24. I'm pretty sure it's low 24. This one 30 rolls more. Imagine rolling 24 and 20, 25. Wouldn't be me. But yeah, so this basically ego. Final power plus is already 33, not 30, right? Surely have burned at this day and age, right? Surely, right? Especially if you play Rapture, especially, or like there's a lot of burn ID, a lot of Rapture ID. Both are equally good unless you're playing what, Sinking Envirez. But if you're playing Sinking on Envirez, right, you cannot use this ego anywhere, right? 5 Gluttony is like a really steep resource if you're playing Envirez. Singing is pretty steep too. I think singing is pretty steep too. What skill other than 3 Seng? Skill 1. Hey, what skill other than 3 Seng skill 1 that has Gluttony? I don't think they do, no? I don't remember, but yeah. It's really hard for you to use this. But it's gain 10 hardened shell. Sorry, deal 1% damage for every 1 Rapture potency plus Rapture count on the main target, maximum of 25%. If this unit has hardened hard shell, multiply this effect and its maximum capped by 2. I think a lot of people misinterpreted this section specifically. Because yeah, people thought this is multiply this effect and its maximum capped by 2. So they thought you can get 20 shell barrier, right? But the reality is you deal 2% more damage for every 1 Rapture potency plus Rapture count for a total of 50%. So instead of 25% bonus damage, it's 50% bonus damage if you have hardened shell barrier. Which is honestly not bad, right? But I think that's a common theme for these collab ego is that they're spammables. You need to spam them, right? Okay, so the only team that can easily fill this ego wouldn't want to use this ego because of DPS loss. I mean, yeah? I guess. Oh wait, what team even has like a lot of gluttony? Burn doesn't have a lot of gluttony. I'm pretty sure it's only what, Sinkydon? Liu Yisang doesn't have it. LCE Foss doesn't have it. Sinkydon has it. Then Capo Mersalt doesn't have it. Ryoshi doesn't have it. Honglu is not. Unless you're playing Cochlear and Lord Honglu, which then you have gluttony, right? But I think the only weakness is unless you're playing what you call again, suboptimal way to play a Rapture. I think yeah, it's really hard to use Malfoy for any ego, right? Basically. But in MD anything goes, I think. But again, 10 hardened shell barrier after attack. Keep in mind, so next turn, I think next turn it still doesn't start. I don't remember if this starts on turn 2 or not. We can check, but I cannot check it right now because I have to farm for what, 5 gluttony, which I don't want to. I'm too lazy to do it for it. Yeah, I'm too lazy for that. I'm really sorry, I don't want to. But it gain 10 hardened shell, then heal self and one ally with the least HP percentage by 30% of this unit's max HP. So you only 2 units, either Faust and 1 more, or like 2 other allies if Faust is at full HP. Which is, yeah, sure, 30% of max HP is pretty huge, right? Instead of like what? 15%, guys, wow! Imagine healing 15% for all allies when your allies, but only 1 or even only 2 of your allies are getting hit, and you hit 15% for all. Wow. But yeah, I mean, this unit heal up to other allies, that right? Yeah, this one's good. then heal SP for 2 less, including unit with the lowest HP. So only one, basically only one IDs, right, that gets healed other than Faust with the lowest. Then I'm pretty sure I can bet my ass that the 3 Rupture and 3 Burn is just for keyword for Mirror Dungeon Gunning, because there's no other way, no other reason why would they have Burn. Like, what? How does a dragon from Earth or some shit like that have let me actually, I think I have a I think I have a recording of my damage gunning earlier. Is it this one? Let me yeah, it's this one. When did I use? No, it's not this one. Not this turn. Well, yeah, let's see Tidal elegy damage first. Like, yeah, 13,000. Wow, I mean, it's kind of nerfed in MD because all the conditionals, right? But yeah, this is what Pulse is doing damage, right? See, like, Calcit is there. They were like, Green Dragon, attack! And Green Dragon are like, and what? Why is it burn? Like, I can't understand if it's Rupture, because the Dragon are green, Rapture are green, so quote unquote it makes sense, but why is it burned? Right? There's zero reason for it to be burned other than that now it's 2 keywords, so you can damage Goon in Mirror Dungeon. And I mean, that's effective. Like, as you can see here, look at that damage, right? Sure, 1 coin, 6,000 damage for 3 units, right? Quite huge. Where were we again? But yeah, this is 100% for Mirror Dungeon Gooning, right? 100%. Meanwhile, Corrosion is a little bit different. Instead of like a high flashing, I think this is more of a high damage because of 4 coins, right? Offense level is like +4 level as well. Minimal this is 2, so yeah, more damage. Targets randomly, which is why. But this sure, I guess it could hit like 5 people now. But the base power one, for everything, base power maximum of 2, so 5 + 4 + 4 + 4. I don't think you get any more, right? You have 5. So okay, I cannot, for the sake of my life, I cannot count. So let's go to here. So this is what its damage, right? For Faust is only 53, so it's not a huge damage, but the damage earlier is from Mirror Dungeon, so yeah, even a 53 base attack times 3, so 153 base power could be like, what, 6,600? That's basically how Mirror Dungeon works. But yeah, the corrosion is like 20% higher. Sorry, not 20% higher, 40% higher, right? But it's because I have 5 AoE as well, so it's not that bad, especially if you have Burn Rock and Gluttony Rock. I think it could deal a lot of damage because it's 4 coins as well. And what, 5 AoE? 5 AoE, 4 coins. Yeah, 5 AoE, 4 coins, and you still gain Hardened Shell Bearer, which was the gimmick of this ID, right? And if this kill damage did not stagger or kill any target, take HP damage equal to 20% of this unit's max HP, and gain shield equal to HP times 2. I kinda don't get it, right? Like, after attacking, you lose damage and you gain shield. Like, sure, you will get like what, 10%, or maybe it's sure, yeah, you get 10% more HP next turn from the passive, right? But like, the only thing I can think of this, right, is for you to tank something is like, Oh, this boss will do a huge single target damage towards me. Oh no, what should I do? I put corrosion in this because sure, I lost like what? Let's just say Malphos, right? I lose like what? 25 times 2. I lose 50 HP, but I gain 100 shield this turn, right? Like, wow. 50 more health, basically, right? Did it makes up the hardened shell bear attack at turn. I think the neat part of this is... Wait, how long has I been streaming it? Oh, an hour. That's why my feet are tired already. I'm a fat fuck, you know what? The neat part of this, like, maxed out the hardened shell barrier at turn and end, and gain 2 damage up next turn. So it's basically for bosses that oh yeah, I will do this lot of damage, right? And I will be weak next turn, or like I will do normal skills next turn. So you use this skill, let Faust get hit, and next turn the hardened shell barrier will be 10 again, right? Will be 9 again, sorry. At turn end, I don't know, it's actually 10 or 9. Because at turn end, right, I don't know which one will proc first, the -1 per turn or the max out first. I need to test it out again later. But the cool. Why is there? Yeah, the cool part about this is you attack someone, then if they attack you and your hardened shell is basically gone, right? You can get it out again with this thing right here. So you can tank a lot. Is it only for turn or what? Once per turn, round it up. Ooh, so yeah, you have 10 hardened shell. Right? After attack, you gain hardened shell. Then the enemy counters. So the enemy counter you back, right? Shield be tested. Actually, yeah, we shall test it. Give me a second here. I'm changing account. I'm changing my account right now. Let me ask the person if I can borrow their account. Okay, who the fuck pinged me on Limbus help? Where's the... What? I don't know who pinged me, but... Okay, I got the green light to borrow the account because... Yeah, I have another quote-unquote a whale that I can get some egos or ID that I haven't got before, right? The art isn't the library. I mean, it's not. The library is on this. Wait, no, I'm not streaming. Give me a second here. Okay, the door is this side right here. I don't want to move the camera, the webcam up, but yeah, the door is right there. If you go straight up, in like straight until the corner, then turns left until there's an intersection, right? So for the first intersection, you go straight up. Second intersection, you go right, and that's the library basically. But yeah, the doors are right from starting from here. You can go. Okay. Ooh, wait, is it 4 AM already? This man has a lock in today. What the fuck? Oops, I pressed it. Oopsie. But yeah, let's test this things out. You know what, dude? Yeah, right now, so we can use comment meltdown right now. Cause yeah, this is what I meant, right? Superbia. I mean, we don't need to. Okay, look at this close, right? You fight against the toad. I think you get a lot. the toad passive. Don't care about the damage, right? Don't think about the damage. The damage is if you roll all the others, basically no damage, right? But there's only one head because minus 25. But see, you get 10 hardened shell. See, you get 5 protection already, right? See, right here. Right here. You have 5 protection and 5 hardened shell already at this turn. So what is this ego good for? Is you have a lot of SP to tank. Sorry, a lot of shield to tank. And yeah, when getting hit, you even have shield and then 5 protection as well because you win, you attack. After attack, you get 10 hardened shell. But then you get attack, then you have minus 5 hardened shell, but you get 5 protection, right? And you look at those damage, what, 2? Oh, only 9, alright. So yeah, it's the turn and passive first, then the minus 1, which is next turn you get 9 already. Like basically your iron shell stack is refunded if you use the corroded version, right? Which is, I think, pretty cool, no? It's a shame that it's a positive 0.90 because yeah, it deals basically 0 damage. Yeah, it deals basically 0 damage, brother. It's a positive coin. I mean, if it doesn't matter if it's 4 coin, right? If it's once again, if it's positive, if this roll doesn't deal any damage. Oh dear. I think you do it twice, I'm pretty sure. What RPM cooking with boss? I think it's pretty neat, but it's my only concern, right? So you have 100 shield, right? See, 5 protection. So it's really, really tanky, right? It's really, really tanky. And you have what, 9 already by now? But yeah, I think it's just a really tanky. A really tanky ego for you to tank some stuff, right? Like imagine some bosses like what, Leheng is AoE, right? But like imagine some bosses that have like, hey, you come here, like fight 1v1 and counter like Ricardo or something, or even like June, right, where you hit then you get counter. I think this is very good ego to like, yeah, let's sacrifice Faust, right? In normal scenario, not in like railway low turning, because again, if you use other skills rather other than skill 3 or defense, you're losing a lot of damage. But yeah, it's very high rolling, not very high rolling, but yeah, very good tanking ego. I think it's even better than Fluid Stack as well. I think people that say this is worse, like strictly worse than Fluid Stack, is like dog shit opinion. I shouldn't trust them, or they just haven't. Oh, SP and heal, but wait, lower than Fluid Stack, it must be shit. Like they are the one that dog shit. Actually, a lot of people doesn't know. I think that's a problem as well, right? A lot of people doesn't read kits. The kits, man, is on the kits. If you have question, ask what this, like, for example, right? If you're having a question, right? Like reading this, oh, this is too much, right? This is too much, right? Like you should like ask, like, instead of like, oh, I see what it here. Oh, only 2 HP, only 2 units, 30%. Oh, only 2 units. Higher HP heals, I guess, than Fluid Stack. Oh, but only SP is for 2 less and only 15 as well. Worse than Fluid Stack, right? You should read the whole kit first, then like ask like, If this unit hardened shell barrier multiplies its effect maximum cap by 2. What do they mean by that? What cap are they multiplying, right? What effect are they multiplying? Is it the hardened shell barrier or is it the 1% more damage? I think it's better for people to think about that, right? Instead of like, oh, I see HP, I see SP. I compared the HP, I compared the SP. Fluid Sec is better. Fluid Sec is 25%. Fluid Sec is 25% HP and 15 SP. Ooh, strictly better. Wait, Fluid Sec is Fluid Sec is 15% HP and 25 SP. Ooh, strictly better. This is dog shit. You shouldn't roll for that. It's like dog shit opinion, man. Like, this ego is very good, but yeah, the problem is when I spend 8 gluttony 3 pride and 38 SP for 3333. I mean, that's the problem. Why is it positive, right? I think the main problem is that is positive instead of like, oh, I should do threats, man. Threats are important. Kids do threats. Skip them because you will get more threats, but lose a lot of encapsulin modules. But I think I should be fine with this account. We can talk with this account. But yeah, it's really good tanking ego. It's not even close to Fluid Sec, alright? Maybe there's a different niche to be filled with Fluid Sec compared to Command Meltdown, but like Command Meltdown is I think strictly better. Unless you want to heal SP for your whole team, then I guess the question is, right? Like first turn, right? Okay. Think about this, right? Imagine this for a second, right? You are on first turn. You Superbian to Fluid Sec. So your units have more SP to clash with, right? But have you ever stopped and think, right? Have you ever thought of a term called clashing? No? Clashing will give you 10 SP, right? Meanwhile, like what? Turn 1 Superbia. I can guarantee my ass you will at most be at 0 HP, then it's a 50-50 chance of you healing either 15 SP or 10 SP. Might as well clash, you know? Like 15% more chance to roll heads. If you need those on turn 1, you should reconsider your whole team building choices, no? Like 15 SP, you use Superbia turn 1 just for 15 SP and you say, oh, this is very good because I heal SP turn 1 so I can clash. Like your team is dog shit, no? If you need to heal SP on first turn, your team is dog shit. End of discussion. Like, what else could it be? Like, what in the season 6 IDs are you saying about, right? Like what? Oh, I'm using Malphos. Sorry, not Malphos because Malphos is the one using Fluid Sec, right? Oh, I'm using season 6 IDs, right? Hey Shopek. Like, oh, I'm using counter turn 1. The counter rolls for fucking 13, man. What, like, what you're saying to me that like, oh, I lost this 13 roll clashes against the bosses and oh no, I get hit for like 12. Like, just tank it, bro. Like, what? Why are you using Superbia Fluid Sec on turn 1? Like, doesn't make sense, right? If you want to heal SP, like, why use Superbia on turn 1? Like, just clash normally. Like, there's a lot of, even this is already 16. There's not a lot of ID that rolls 16. Like, how is it that hard for you to say, like, oh, I need SP healing, so Fluid Sec is strictly better. Don't pull for Command Meltdown. Like, I'm having a meltdown here because people doesn't know. Like, Fluid Sec is a season 1 ID go. It's like dog shit, but people still choose that because like people still rate him higher because of like, oh, this veteran guy talked to me that Fluid Sec is good. Then the next one, oh, this veteran talked to me that Fluid Sec is good. Passed on from generation, but the new age is now, old man, right? The future is now, old man. Like, well, just clash, just tank some damage. Like, what are you thinking? I'm talking right now. What are you thinking here? Command meltdown for tank. Command meltdown is good for tanking. It's just like, why are you not pulling for fast? It's truly limited. Like, why are you telling people to do not pull for command meltdown fast? It's dog shit. Your opinion is dog shit. End of discussion. Like, what is it? What? Like, tell me what in the skibidi is bad about this ego, right? There's nothing bad about this ego. Like, sure, this burn and ruptured bedroom, there's nothing but hardened shell bear. The passive is really good. You want what? To spend like every few turns healing? So you rather spend every few turns healing rather than use command meltdown once every like what, 5, 6, 7, 9 turns? Just to have SP healing and waste potentially other waste ego resources for potentially other better stuffs? No, right? So yeah, I don't really get it why people are saying command meltdown shit, don't pull for it, because I've seen a lot. But like, even if this is not limited, right? The effect is not bad. It's like really good. I don't get why it's still 190. Oh shit. But it's still really good. I don't really get it why people are complaining about what subfluids like are bad. It's not. I mean, it's bad compared to the other. I mean, that's why my what you call it again? My video thumbnail is like bad question mark, because it is not bad at the end of the day. It has its niche, it feels its niche, it has its quirks. Why I'm talking like this, I don't know. But yeah, it's I'm speechless, right? But yeah, let's move on to the third one. To remain oneself. I think Ning Cho. I don't recall. I don't remember how it falls again. But yeah, moving on to the next one, right? To remain oneself, Honglu with Ling. I called it Hongling because Honglu Ling. Funny, huh? But yeah, to remain oneself, Ning Chu Wo, I think. Ning Chu Wo. Let me up. Oh shit, I can't see this, huh? Oops. Oopsies. Because I was just mentioned that I want to see what's happening. Let me open my OneNote first. Because that's where I basically put all my script. I mean, I can show you a sneak peek, right? Yeah, this is basically what the rates for. Oh shit, my screen froze, but yeah. This is for ego rates. Oh, you cannot see her. But there's a lot of script that I haven't done, even like this, right? Where is it? No, oh yes, this one is prioritas when rerolling, which should come in like a week, I think. What is it? Ning Chuo Wu, yeah, Ning Chuo Wu. Yeah, Ning Chuo Wu. So to remain ones of Ning Chuo Wu, I think it doesn't really have the word for it yet. I think, I don't know what's the definition of it, but it's a 2 coins / right ego for attack weight. It can go to 7, I think. 7, 5, 6. Oh no, 5 and 6. If you have thunder, it's 5. If you have higher thunderer, it's 6. But I think the main gimmick of this ego is you want to quote unquote spam it. The more you spam it, the better it does, right? Because the first one you will not have thunder or higher thunderer. So that's why if this unit does not have thunder or higher thunder, recuperate, basically cash back half of ego resources and SP consumed by the skill rounded down. So 1 gloom and 2 pride. You go back, right? Then after attack you gain 5 thunder, so for next turn you will have 4 thunder, which is pretty good, right? Yeah, 4 thunder. Then the next turn you use it again and you have gain what? Attack weight, already 1 attack weight and 25% more damage, which is pretty cool. And the next one right after attack, gain 5 thunder again. But if these units have higher thunder or higher thunder, consume all of it and gain 5 higher thunder, right? So it's starting from normal. You use the ego one, it will be thunder. If you have thunder and use the ego, it will be higher thunder after attack, right? So on the next turn again, so turn 1 you use normal to thunder, normal get thunder. The second turn you use the thunder form and you get higher thunder. The third turn you use it again. If you use it again, cool, right? And yeah, you deal on the second coin, you deal what? Poise potency, 1 more damage and critical hit. This dynamic, 100% dynamic, not static. Unless we have been wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is dynamic, because if it is static, we will deal a whole lot more in Mirror Dungeon. I will have noticed it at the very least. But yeah, I think the singing here, like, I think legit, right? I think still have made a good point about this. All of these egos are like double keyword because, like, yeah, all of these, because it's for Mirror Dungeon winning, so it wouldn't, like, quote unquote fall off later on, because if you have 2 keywords, you can get like singing and poise rock right now, right? Singing, poise, and slash rock, and yeah, it will deal a lot of damage for Gunning. Like new player who plays Mirror Dungeon and see the damage, like, wait, did I close it? If a normal player, a new player plays Mirror Dungeon until Extreme Edition. Wait, why? Let's see. You play Mirror Dungeon Extreme and see, like, wow, this deals a lot of damage. Like, holy shit, this must be good, no? But in reality, it's all boosted by the stones. It's 10,000 damage. I think there's a lot of more. I don't remember where is it though. Pretty sure. Exactly. People say I'm crazy for saying that. Saying what? Saying what? Because I don't remember what I said earlier. But yeah, look at this. You have higher thunder right now, right? This is higher thunder, pretty sure. Actually, I don't know if that's higher thunder or thunder. But you see, wow, it has 12,000 damage. It surely is good ego, right? But it's just there to fill like a Mirror Dungeon quotas. So it has double status. So like it wouldn't fall off in like next season or the next season, right? So it will be quote unquote still viable. Literally have a single ID in Cat 8 expert. Timeout is a double keywords with shit application just for the sake of keyboard maxing. I honestly agree. There's a lot of IDs that are shit. I think Fell Bullet Design is shit, right? Fell Bullet Design is shit application, and Corp Car Yoshu. So yeah, Car Yoshu has shit application. I think the only one that has good application, right? I feel like the only one that has good application is Tamasol. Because sure, it's only 2 Tremor Burn, but if you see the Tiger Marks round, right? Oh, sorry, not Tiger Marks round. Where's the Shin? This doesn't do anything as well, right? This one, right? If you're on Unrelenting Spirit, it deals 1 more Tremor potency, Tremor count with these units. And yeah, this one deals 2 Tremor and Tremor count. And where is it actually? There's something for the burn, right? I'm pretty sure there's something for the burn. I don't remember what it is. Deal inflict tremor. Which one is the burn tiger mark around? There's something that said about the more burn, right? I don't remember. Not overheat. Not overheat, not overheat, because you can get both of them, I'm pretty sure. Thank you. Oh, yeah, skill point is 10 savage tiger mark around, get 2 power, like 2 more potency and burn count, so it's a lot of burn potency and burn count, but the problem with somersault is that his tremor burst deals like eat a lot of burn count and tremor counter, so it's just like, ooh, it doesn't feel like that much, but it is honestly pretty good, right? Honestly pretty good inflation, I think, but that's the only thing, right? The others are getting carried by mouth force, especially Rapture. This one is shit, Rap. I think this all, except for the Mao, are pretty shit. Even Mao is pretty shit compared to the old one, but compared to other states, sorry, not the old one, because the old one are literally dog shit because of talisman, right? But yeah, we'll be back to this. Okay, I've been standing up for 1.5 hours. Let me, because I have what you call like moving table, hydraulic table. Yeah, you know the thing, right? Where, oh shit, I pressed it by accident, but yeah, now I'm sitting. I have been standing for 1.5 hours. My body aches, man. What the fuck is this? What are we again? Oh yeah, to remain oneself. Ninjobu. But yeah. So with thunder, you get 1 attack weight and deal 25% damage. But if you have higher thunder, you gain 2 attack weight and deal 45% more damage, right? And if you crit, you deal more damage as well, which is nice because kinda synergize nicely, right? And on corrosion, it's a little bit different. Instead of 2 coins, it's 3 coins. You gain 4 points and 4 points count. If you have thunder or even higher, thunder or even thunder, right? You gain 2 attack weight, 2 base power, 2 coin power, which, so instead of rolling 16, you'll roll like what, 6 plus 6 times 4, 24 instead of 16, which is pretty cool, right? And again, 5 thunder, the same thing as the awakening version. I think this is a joke, right? Deal per damage by 10% of the damage dealt, maximum of 10%. Okay. So have you wondered like how much damage is this? I have calculated it 2 days ago or yesterday, depending on where you are, right? But I have calculated it. So this is basically the awakening, merge, and build corrosion. This is with thunder, with this higher thunder, higher thunder. So first wait, so no, both are corrosion. Oh shit, I don't remember, sorry. I think this is thunder. This is higher thunder. I think, yeah, this is not crit. I'm pretty sure this is like this. Because yeah, tank crit and so yeah. If you see this, right, this is first skill. This, right, this is first skill coin. Coin 1, coin 2, coin 3. Is it only 3 coins? Yeah, 3 coins. So yeah, you deal 14 damage if you have thunder and no crit. If you have thunder, even if you have high thunder and crit, your base damage is just what, 17? 10% of 17 is just 1.7. It's just like, sure, people are mad because it's only 10 pride damage, but like, in railway, can you do 100 damage on the first coin? No, you cannot. Right? Let's just calculate this, right? It's kind of messy, but it's mine, so I know what I'm doing, right? Base power 6, coin power 2, so it's 12 after the first one, right? And then 6. Let's just say, yeah, sure, right? This, right? And true. You clash, like, let's just say you clash it for 10 times even, right? Clash it for 10 times. Just for the sake of it. Is there anything else? No, and yes, see? It's only 44 damage. Even if you crit, you have higher offense level. The enemy are literally weak or fatal to your units. It's only 44 damage, which means it's only 4.4 pride damage, right? Let's just say you have 10 fragile. At 10 fragility, 88 still. Like, how the fuck are you getting it to deal 100 damage outside of mirror dungeon, right? Like, what if you have, yeah, you need to have 130 dynamic, 130 dynamic, or like what, CM play mirror calm water, right? Yeah, this is damage with clear mirror combo. You have what? See, that's a lot of hoops that you need to get. Let's just say this is railway 5. Let's just say this is railway 5, right? 0.7 because you get 50% more. See, you need 100% dynamic. How are you getting 100% dynamic? Let's just be real right here, right? This, like this one, deal price doesn't damage maximum of 10. Even if this doesn't have a cap, it only benefit for mirror dungeon. It doesn't benefit for like 99.9% of other content, or it doesn't benefit anything. Anything is like, why are you mad about that? Sure, it might only be 10 damage on mirror dungeon where you have like, okay, let's pretend that this is mirror dungeon, right? You have 1.5 crit and you have those number of dynamic multiplier, right? Sure, it might be, instead of like 700,000 damage, you get like what, 70,000, right? Sure, but like, if you're already dealing, this is just for damage tuning, right? I think it's, you cannot reach this on most circumstances anyway. Same as this one. And this one is same 25% damage dealt. I think this one is better because you're rolling for 24, right? You're rolling for 24. You have dynamic already 60% already, so it makes the most sense for it to be achievable. Like, yeah, on my task right here, higher thunder crit, right? It's 13 without any absolute resonance, without any outside help, so it's kind of makes sense that it will cap, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I feel like it doesn't matter at the end of the day. And so yeah, this is just bonus damage. Just look at that. Oh, some bonus damage. It will not deal 10 or 15 in most circumstances unless it's mirror dungeon, but let's just think that as, ooh, free damage, right? And then the passive, I think the passive is kind of nice because on turn end, among the ego resources consumed to use the remain oneself Honglu, so slot, gloom, and pride, gain 1 ego resource least on affinity. So either of these 3, if you have the lowest, you will get 1 every turn on turn end, which is pretty nice. So if you use this on turn 1, on turn 3 you will get another slot, gloom, and pride, which I think is very good. what you call again, a very good thing, I guess, because yeah, more resources means I can spam more egos, right? But yeah, deal 1% damage. Deal 1% damage for every thunder or higher thunder stack lost consumed in this encounter, maximum of 15%. This is kinda iffy, right? Sure, if you use thunder, right, then you spend consume all and gain 5 higher thunder. So basically every time you reuse this skill, so you will get 5 stack, right? So in reality, so cause the first one doesn't count, right? So in turn 2 you use it again and you gain higher thunder. You have 5. Then you use it again, you have 10. Then you use it again, you have 15. So you need to use 4 times just to be able to. I forgot the camera was here, sorry. But yeah, you need to use it 4 times just to be able to deal like 15% more damage. So I think it's something, I guess, right? But it's not that much, but you have to do it 4 times. But at the very least, the ego cost is very cheap, right? It's 1, 2, 4. If you are using Lord Lu, you will have a lot of right anyways, I think, so it's fine. But I think the damage wise, right, that we can test. I have Superbia, so we can test right now. Do I have both? I have both, right? I have both. Wait, where's the Morphos? What the fuck? My game's crashed. Never mind. Goodbye. It's only Lord. Yeah, so we Superbia, and we can, cause I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we'll corrode next turn, but doesn't care. So, but we don't care. My other concern that why is this positive coin? I think the honest explanation on why this is positive coin is for Mirror Dungeon Gunning, right? Cause with Fate it will go back to 45. Then you can basically keep spamming the corrosion. But it's like giga weird why they make it a plus coin for like 38 SP cost, right? So you have 4 thunder right now. I was testing if you can. Yeah, I was testing if you can get thunder and higher thunder at the same turn. Turns out you cannot. I guess if this is like this, you will have a lot of thunder, I guess, right? Sorry, you have a lot of text consumed, so yeah. I think at this point you have like what, 10 already? Ouch, Tiger. But you see the damage right there, right? It's like 102, right? Meanwhile, if we go back and use the other ego people are comparing its damage to, which is Tears of the Tarnished Blood. Oops. Okay, let's now compare it with Tears of the Tarnished Blood, right? Blood Clot, Bomba Clot, Superbia. We have to corrode it as well. Same cost, basically same everything, right? But at least this one is negative coin, so I think it will deal better, I guess. It will deal more. Yeah, it will deal more. Okay, not a good test, honestly, because I cannot roll hats, right? I cannot roll hats that way. But yeah, I think the corrosion weakness is that it's a positive coin instead of a negative coin, right? Meanwhile, yeah, see this does a lot of damage because it's negative coin. You have a negative SP because you use a lot of SP overclocking it, right? Of course, it will do a lot more damage. But according to my test, right, if it's on the peak, basically all heads for the Yisang, the Hongling Ego, right, the Ling Ego, compared to Yin Long, I think it's a little bit higher. The Hongling Ego is a little bit higher compared to Tears of Tarnished Blood. Oh, you can spam this, huh? Kinda neat, actually. But yeah, let me see if I have calculated it. No, I didn't. I didn't put it anywhere. But I think I'm pretty sure I calculated it to have more damage, so you could spam that instead of Tear of Tarnished Blood. But the problem is this is Pride, which I think in a way is better than this, right? Nah, you need Pride on another stage. But Lord Lu has a lot of, even when his skill tree has what? Skill tree at least has two Pride, right? Because you use 2 skill at once. Can get more depending of if his calls are answered or it's just a missed call. Yeah, I think this kind of nice, I guess. A huge AoE, an alternative compared to Tears, but I think in the grand scheme of things, it's alright. I guess, right? Good AoE, good damage, kind of cheap as well, gain points as well. Good for Honglu, or sorry, good for Lord or Falls Up Office, as some people say to me. Because see, I think that's my mistake, right? You see this 1, 2, 4. Like what's color? Yellow, light blue, dark blue, and you see this light yellow, light blue, and dark blue. Is like it's the perfect way. It can fuel itself, right? They could work with Lord anyway. But then we move on to the last one, which is Unbrilliant Glory. Thing again, sorry. I have a sore throat right now. Yeah. Alright. So yeah, Unbrilliant Glory is Gregor with Mwenar. I think it's Mwenar, right? Not Milnar or Blinar. Yeah, it's a Polish pronunciation, I think. I have been educated on that. I think people call it Mwenar. And yeah, it's similar to Tears of Tarnished Blood Honglu, right? In the way that you need to activate it once. See, this one is the first one. When you in the first time, can you make Femur Murata? It have 7 costs, is only 3 costs. And yeah, if you have one, or if you have Mana Scabbard already, you will use this one instead. So it's basically, this is the activation ego. Because after attack you will gain Mana Scabbard, heal 25 SP, so instead of 30 SP you will only use 5 SP and 2 offensive level up, damage up next turn, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool, right? But this basically doesn't hit, so it's more or less similar to like what Hei shows the turn 1, which is counter or like shield, right? Doesn't do nothing first turn, but the peak is coming, right? Or you can just use corrosion, right? Yeah, you can just use corrosion because it doesn't say anything. You have to have Mana Scabbard, and it's just consume all. Then you gain 1 Mana Scabbard. Alright. But the health 25, this one is the biggest AoE damage gunning. I think I can show you how much damage it deals. Let's watch from here, I guess. We can watch from here. I'm genuinely confused, right? Like oh no. It's fine. Yeah, I'm genuinely confused. Like I was awake before I streamed. Like, oh, let's do this. After 2 hours of constant stalking, now I'm tired as hell. But it put into perspective on damage, right? That's 9600 damage. I think I used everlasting just, I don't know, just because. Oh no, never mind. I want to have more fragility because I have the ego gift that gives fragility, right? Yeah, I want yeah, so it has 10 fragility now. Then Tidal elegy for gunning. As you can see, it's like what, 12.6 thousand damage. Is very high damage, right? And yeah, that's first roll 60 because your blasters damage is really huge, by the way. And yeah, as you can see, look at those damage with only 3 IDs, right? So basically, it deals 10,000 damage. Well, it is on Mirror Dungeon, right? It is on Mirror Dungeon. I have to specify this is on Mirror Dungeon. But you have what? 32,000 damage, so it's like 10,000 and what, 800, 10.8k damage? With just a little to no effort, you could get it to like 70,000 or more. I'm pretty sure if I have 7 AoE, right? Because this skill right here can get 4 tech weight depending on how many scabbards that you have. But yeah, the gimmick is, this is basically charge. It's basically charge, but different way of getting charge, like different flavored charge, right? Because if you can see here, right, gain main scabbard when meeting one of the following condition: gain 1 every 3 HP damage taken from getting hit, or 1 every 5 shield HP taken from getting hit. Gain 10 staggered ally, or per staggered ally when you become staggered, or death ally when other allies killed. So you have to take damage, right? Which I think people are genuinely underestimating the power of where? Oh, the priest, right? Because the priest gain bleed, right? It just don't inflict, it gain 10 bleed. It gain 10 bleed. It gain bleed and anywhere, right? And yeah, you active, even you heal as well, right? Pretty sure heal somewhere else, right? I don't remember where it is from. Heal, right? Nah, never. Whether you heal, so you lost a lot of HP, but you heal them back up. So, which I think is a very good combo for Unbrilliant Gorley for now. While it is bleed and rupture, it doesn't, like, you know, it doesn't link up. But I think it's still very good just because of how fast can you get the scabbard for, because you need 30 HP every turn. So you can get 20 scabbard instead of 10. So you can use it every 3 turns instead of 5 turns, which I think is very huge deal because this is very cheap. Also, yeah, the scabbard if staggered, if this unit has 40 mana scabbard, fix of this unit's resistance value to tyranny, but basically recover from stagger, but the number is still there, so the times 2 resistance times 2 instead of like these, it's like 2 2 2 2 2 2 2. But then look at this one, right? Consume of mana scabbard, so basically charge W Ryoshu vibes or mirror crack force vibes, and gain one of the following effects, all of them rounded down, right? For every stack consumed plus divided by 20, recuperate 1 ego resources in the following order, right and right. So you will basically, instead of 7 cost, it is a 5 cost ego, right? Then for every stack consumed divided by 10, gain 1 attack weight. So if you have 40, then that's 4 attack weight, right? Then for every attack consumed divided by 10 gain defense level up 1%, doesn't matter. It doesn't really. I don't really care about defensive stuff, but still good, I guess. If 40 stack are consumed, the 4th coin deals 100% more damage, and these units gain 2 protection. The 2 protection are sheer, alright, I guess, right? But 100% more damage for the 4th coin, which you roll high anyway, right? Because it's reuse. So then you send anything right there. But because this is reused 3 times, so this is basically 4 coins, right? So it's just like 10, 15, right? Instead of only rolling 15, it's around 15, 20, 25, 30. It rolls for 30 and 100% more damage. Okay, we can show this there. This is 30, let's see how much this is. Only +3, alright. 0 clash, let's just say false. Change this so it's. On the last coin, we had 66 damage per enemy or 73 damage per enemy, right? And it's 7 AoE, 500 damage only on the last coin, and it's 1 sin and 1 physical. Imagine if they are staggered and fatal. If you have like lunar memories, 205 base damage right there. If that's not OP, I don't know what's OP, because 205 times 7 is 1400 already. For a 5 cost ego, this is hella huge, right? And yeah, we're going back on this. If the coin isn't correct, and this, yeah, it's 20% more damage, right? Each part count target, which is nice to specify, I guess. But inflict 1, burn 1 tremor. This is 100% for mirror dungeon gunning, but hit without cracking. So if you don't lose the clash, if this is the final coin, if it targets tremor potency trigger tremor burst, then you only tremor burst, right? Then you coin 4 times this low damage tremor on target, maximum of 10. It's like 10 bonus damage. Don't think much about it. Like, it's there to fill up the word count quota, but this has been it's not long enough, they feel like. But then the corrosion is a little bit disappointing. Is not the correct word, I guess, because sure, 20 minus it's 4 coins, but it's negative coins, right? So it's 80 power, which is nice, but it only hits 3 targets, right? Only 30%, not 160% on the last one, right? The final coin 160% and 30. Wait, how is that low actually? And it has some more, right? 6. Wait, how is it lower? I remember calculating it lower. 30. Oh, it's lower. Wait. Oh, because it's 20 compared to 30. Never mind. Yeah, never mind. It's 20 compared to 30. Yeah, that's how math works, right? Oops, I forgot about it, but yeah. Base squad 20 for the last turn. More offense level. No crit same, but 30 and 160, so yeah. It's a little bit less damage for more resources, basically, because you have to corrode it, right? And it did not get the recuperate things as well. And yeah, consume on Mass Scabbard in defense level up, which is kinda nice, I guess, same. It's a deal 3% damage. I forget about it. Still lower, never mind. I know about that, but yeah. Basically 5 burn and 5 tremor party tremor burst. This is just for mirror dungeon gunning, right? I think the passive we talked about it already, but yeah, I think this is a very good, huge damaging ego, right? Yeah, very huge damage AoE ego, but it's like charge. You have to charge it, so you can use it every 3 turns. I think if you use Priest Gregor, you could use it every 3 turns. If you don't freeze Gregor, maybe 3, maybe 4, depending on if you get it or not. But in Mirror Dungeon, if you get it, you're basically dead, right, most of the time. So yeah, you can only get maximum of 20, by the way. Man of Scabbard, this can get up to 20 per turn, so the fastest you can get is on turn 4, you can use this. So it's like very long ego, right? But high waiting time, high payout times of shit, I guess. Why my voice is like getting worse and worse? But yeah, that's a very good ego in my opinion. We can check out. Well, we watched already, no? I think we watched already, right? Damage Gooning. I think I tried to goon again. Yeah, I tried to goon again, right? With more AoE. But I'm kind of sad. Yeah, see here already. I'm kind of sad it works like this. Oh shit, I roll heads first. 60, yeah boy. It is what, a lot of AoE, right? 6,000, 16. Oh, I'm really sorry, you cannot see the damage. What, is 16,000 and well, still Tails, what, 26,000 and the boss dies, man. Like, what the fuck? Why? I want the boss to not die. I need a better boss, right? That's why I use it on this boss basically, right? This 3, because this 3 can take a beating, but it's only 3 AoE. I need like 7 of them. But yeah, lost. It is what it is. But it's a really good damaging ego in my opinion, and if anybody for later is watching already, I think the priority is Gregor, then Hongru, then Foss, because yeah, while Foss has his niche, it doesn't deal as much damage. I think you can get away with not having this because this doesn't have like, this doesn't feel so specific any niche it doesn't feel any damaging niche, I guess, compared to like Hongru and Gregor. But I think since it is truly limited, right, you cannot get this anywhere else. I think you should get it no matter the cost. Sorry, not no matter the cost, but you should get it. Like, at least try to get it. I think some people are like, oh, I'm gonna save for Wolfgang Stack. I don't care about Darkness, bro, but it is... The thing is, you don't understand. You cannot get this anywhere else. Even if they reruns, like, let's say they Bokgak, right? Darkness COLLAB Bokgak, it doesn't guarantee they will go back as well, right? It doesn't guarantee it. So I think you really need to pull for them just because, even if at the expense of gimping your account for the next few weeks or even months. Because yeah, I think they're just... It's limited. You don't want to regret this, I feel like. But yeah, I think that's about it for today. Kinda short stream, but my voice, I don't know if you noticed, has been considerably shitty because I sleep less than 5 hours for like the last 2 weeks trying to create videos, right? And yeah, if you saw what earlier my